Alright traders, hope you guys did well today. Today was a little tricky. Ended up green on the day. Definitely wasn't the easiest day ever, but I hope you guys learned something and enjoy. Alright traders, we got about a minute until the market opens. What I'm really mainly watching, I want to look at INSM out of the gates. 300,000 people coming into this at the close of the day yesterday in anticipation of some sort of a gap up. We're not having it. So these people could start selling their positions, and not only that, but we got really tough 200-day moving average resistance that it couldn't break through yesterday. We had a lot of volume in on it yesterday. Are we going to continue to get that follow through momentum or not? We're not getting any sort of a gap up, no after hours or pre-market activity on it, which means if it doesn't get the volume, these longs that all came into it yesterday could start selling their positions. We could see a nice fade off. This one is shortable on TD Ameritrade, so I will keep an eye on it. AXSM, I want this back down to 720. 720 is resistance I had marked off from yesterday. This as well, I really want you guys to notice AXSM yesterday. We had a beautiful inverse head and shoulders. I did not draw this line after the fact. 625, if we pull up the weekly chart, was very tough resistance and support. 615, we look at these levels back here and around these levels here. A very, very good key level of support and resistance. So I'm watching INSM right now to see what this one's going to do right here at the start of the day. So I'm keeping an eye over here in the corner on AXSM. That's around $8 right now. I want to see it down to around 720. If we can get down to those levels, I want to be a little bit more patient today because yesterday, I was spot on. Yesterday I was spot on with my trades. I was just in too early. So I got to be more patient today. Let these trades come to me. Don't force them. PCG, this one's having a pretty nice gap down on it. It's been downgraded to junk status by the S&P Global Ratings amid uncertainty surrounding its alleged involvement in the recent wildfires in California. So that's why a lot of shorts are coming into PCG right now. I'm going to stay away from this one. Could be a good scoop, but I know shorts are probably going to be holding on to their positions on PCG. INSM, I'm keeping a close eye on this one if longs are going to really start selling their positions because more longs are not moving into it. Does that make sense? Alright, I just got into this. 200 shares at 21.23. I feel pretty comfortable with this short. I mean, we got very tough resistance at this 200 day. It couldn't break through yesterday. We're not seeing a lot of volume in on it right now. I will sell this if if it starts getting volume and breaking that level. See if it's going to crack under 21 right here. Looks like we are. So I'm going to go ahead and take it right there under the 21, 60 bucks, 200 shares, just like that. Ooh, and this one is selling on off a lot. Wow. I sold too soon. At 20.93, this one's at 20.37 right now. And this is a trade right here where you guys will really benefit from the scanners because actually built into the scanners is an automated watch list called the Bear Scan Watch List. And what it does is it finds these trades that are overextended, overbought, get a lot of volume here at the end of the day, and it provides a nice little short. No other scanner out there has this Bear Scan Watch List, and you guys can take advantage of it in the description, 30 for 30. For you guys that like to short, you will absolutely love that bearskin watch list. AXSM right now, this one is trying to set up in some sort of a flag here around 850. What's yesterday's high? Yesterday's high is 889. It's sitting right around these levels that are going to be tough to break. I'm wondering if this is going to be kind of a second round of squeezing out shorts, but we are seeing tough resistance. If we pull up the daily chart on here, two upper shadows so far. We're going to see if this one can break or if this is going to be a nice area to short or it's going to fade on off. Yesterday, AXSM had nearly 50 million shares traded, more than ever. We can pull that up down on the daily chart. Look at this, guys. 51 million shares traded. That is unreal. RHE right now has a ton of volume and attention on it. This one would potentially be a good short around this 220 level. I don't have shorts available for it. It's 225 right now. Yeah, we have an upper shadow on the daily right here at 210. This would be a good short right here. AXSM right now is selling on off big time. It went green to red. Want to see this one still back down to around that 720 level. I want to be patient with it, guys. You remember yesterday I was trying to size into it, start starter positions, even around kind of levels like this. I want to let it sell off, continue to sell off a little bit. Because yesterday what we saw in AXSM was that it does respect patterns and resistance and support lines. We saw that with the inverse head and shoulders. So I can allow the dust to settle on AXSM, let the patterns develop, and go from there. Guys, I told you in pre-market we got to keep this one on our back burner at least. Keep it on our watch list because what do we have? We have a higher low forming. It cracked 250 support. We had pretty nice 250 support on it that ended up cracking. It had support here, 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 and then it ended up cracking that. But now we're starting to get a lot of good volume coming into this to squeeze out some of these shorts. We formed somewhat of a higher low. We are starting to move on up to $3. $3 is very defined and tough resistance on this. This is where all the volume is coming right now. We got a ton of volume in on it. Times and sales is flying. The bids are flying on up. The ask is getting hit, smacking that ask. And we are moving on up, and I'm so excited for you guys. Hope you guys had this on your watch list this morning and was waiting for that volume to come into it. That's what we were looking for. You know, this was a nice little setup we had going on with defined $3 resistance. What we needed, though, was the volume, and we're getting it today. There's really good volume in on VTVT, and I'm thinking why that is because shorts were into this. Shorts were into this pretty good, and now they're getting squeezed on out. Problem is, we're going to have very tough $3 resistance, and the faster these things move on up, faster they come down. As in, the faster the move on up, the weaker the trend is going to be. So we got to keep that in mind. The faster this moves up, the weaker it's going to be as it's coming back down. I don't have any shorts on this, but a great level to short would be that $3 area. $3 served as tough resistance. The first day it moved on up. The second day, third day, and fourth day, we see upper shadows around that mark. VTVT, I'm kind of interested in trading this. I know I missed the initial spike, but I think this one could get up to that $3 level. I'd like to see it there. I wish I could short around that level, but I could trade it to get up there. Let me pick up 300 shares right there, 263. Probably going to add to this down at 250. 250, a crack of that's going to be my stop loss on VTVT. VTVT, you notice how volume came into it and now it's faded on off. We want to see another volume spike for the next leg on up. I do want to see this around that $3 level. I think we could get to it today. Getting a sell-off, big sell-off right here. I'm going to look to add to my position right there. 300 shares I added. I do want to keep a tight stop on this at 250. Crack of that, I will get out of VTVT. So I'm going to have my finger on the trigger to sell this if it starts coming below 250. Buyers are not pushing into this right now, though. That's making me a little worried here at 257. Alright, I'm cutting out right there. I didn't like the price action around there, so I just cut out a little bit earlier than 250. Price action is everything. If it's not speaking to me, if I'm not hearing it, if it's not getting balled up where I want it to get balled up at, it's just kind of sitting stagnant right at support levels where it hit 256 a minute before that, then a minute after that, and now the minute after that it's just sitting right at 256. I don't like that. That's letting me know that, okay, there's probably not buyers that are going to come into this, start pushing it all up. Can they still come into it? Yeah, they can. But I don't want to risk a big sell-off because these things, if they sit stagnant for too long, we could see a nice little sell-off on them. Alright traders, that's going to do it for today. Just the two trades there. I'm watching AXSM right now. This one reminds me of another stock. I think it was AWX. Is that the one it was? Where it just kind of cracks support and then bounces right back up through it. When stocks get overcrowded like this, they just start doing their own thing. This had 50-some million shares traded yesterday, so there can certainly be a good amount of manipulation on these type of stocks. But those are the two trades today. Was a little bit more patient than yesterday, so I'm happy with it. I hope you guys learned something. Go ahead and leave in the comment section below how you did today, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you tomorrow.